Down the highway, got the rhythm and the flow. Ooh, yeah! TKR mornings in the speakers, let that morning sunshine grow. Who needs FM when there's Francesca and Gizmo? Keep on rolling, rolling, let that music play. Play it loud. Morning to the night, in my right, feet alright, everything gonna be alright.
You are listening to CCAN Radio Live, playing your music and helping our community truly connect. Together, we
Lord, I can't change. Won't you fly free, bird?
Good morning! It is Thursday. This is Technology Thursdays, and I was just a little rude.
I think that was towards me, right? First
No.
blood already.
No, not at all, my dear. Not at all. That was not at you. It was the first time I did it. It was accidental, and that was kind of funny. It's like they're doing things with stuff. Sometimes I will kill a joke to death. We got lots to come today. Talking technology, got the website working, doing some more things. And I'm going to be discussing the financial side of your music. But look, I ain't thinking about you, just don't blame my heart. Alexa Lace, TKR Mornings, thanks for joining us.
Lately you've been keeping to yourself. We don't talk the way we used to. I keep feeling I've done something wrong. I pick it up if I knew how to. I couldn't stand to see us falling apart. Whatever it is I've done, I'm sorry. You gotta believe it. And if I ever hurt you, I didn't mean to. Please lay my hand on my heart. Forget that if you need to. With whatever you do, don't let it break us apart. Don't blame my heart. If at times I fail to understand, I don't mean that I'm not trying to. When you need me, I'm not always there. I don't mean that I don't love you. And after all this time, babe, you wanna know. But if that's how you feel, I'm sorry. You better believe it. And if I ever hurt you, I didn't mean to. Please lay my hand on my heart. Go get mad if you need to. With whatever you do, don't let it break us apart. Don't lay my heart.
This is TKR Mornings, streaming live from Toronto.
Yeah. Did the bottle of Malibu not tell you I don't give a damn about you? I moved on, it's time you do the same. I thought I had your number blocked, guess I was wrong, cause here you are, saying that you miss me in a text. Lame. No, I don't wanna play around at golf or grab a coffee to just talk. Rather be straight up and say get lost. Malibu and I ain't thinking about you. You don't cross my mind when it hits 5 and I've had a drink or two. Yeah, I've erased you from my life. Don't call me with your pick-up lines. I'm sitting on a beach and I'm feeling blue. Malibu and I, we ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. We ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. I've done my best to be polite and shrug you off, but you're still trying. I don't think you'll ever take a hint. Oh, we never even dated. You just made things complicated. Next time you type out a text, please hit delete. I don't care that I'm still in your thoughts. I'm happier now that you're gone. I made my peace and Lord knows I've moved on. Malibu and I ain't thinking about you. You don't cross my mind when it hits 5 and I've had a drink or two. Yeah, I've erased you from my life. Don't call me with your pick-up lines. I'm sitting on a beach and I'm feeling blue. Malibu and I, we ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. We ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. I don't care that you can play my songs in the basement on your friend's guitar. Don't care what you think we had, cause it's gone. I don't wanna see your name again. Light up my phone like it did then. I'm better now because I cut you off. Malibu and I ain't thinking about you. You don't cross my mind when it hits 5 and I've had a drink or 2 or 3 or 4. Yeah, I've erased you from my life. Don't call me with your pick-up lines. I'm sitting on a beach with a great view. No Malibu and I, we ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. We ain't thinking about
Becca Dowland ain't thinking about you. Well, that's not very nice. Why not? What have I done? This is TKR Mornings.
Ain't thinking about you.
Well, that's not very nice. What have I done? I got a bunch of messages from people yesterday about the show. One from Steve. Thanks. I love Steve. He apologizes. I wouldn't know if he didn't, but he apologizes when he missed the show. So, oh, sorry, mate, missed the show, but I'll catch up on it later. And that always is a nice thing to hear from listeners when they say, when they apologize for not watching. I think that's it's really nice to
That's
have
great.
sort of solid listeners there. I was looking at.
You have some solid friends.
I do have some solid friends.
Gizmo,
How I ended up with them?
Takar.
Yeah. How I ended up with these awesome friends who haven't just run for the hills yet, I don't know. What do they see in me that I don't? Who knows? But I'm not going to ask them because that.
What do they see in you? Oh my god.
There's a loaded question for sure. I'm sure Bucky, the sound engineer, has lots he could say. I also got a message in from Chris commending you for Tasty Tuesdays throwdown when I was trying to be funny, and you turned my own joke around on me so
SmackDown
well.
versus Raw.
And I completely missed it, so you're getting a round of applause for
What
that.
did I say? I don't remember. I was drunk.
Well then, you said something stupid and I won the argument there. See, brilliant, excellent. This is what happens when you get drunk in the morning. So actually, let's rephrase. This is what happens when you get drunk in the morning without inviting me. Where's my tasty beverage, huh? Huh? Hogging all of that. Not one to judge. Apparently, I've been drinking too this morning. Not one to judge. It's festive season after all. Coming up on today's show at 7:30, we have some good news where I will be threading us in to 8 o'clock for Read It, Reddit, Thread It, where we'll be discussing sort of distribution networks and the financial sort of return for these things, primarily focused around music and entertainment on that one there. So we have that. We have the event news, and I've got a big event that's coming up very soon. Francesca, you remember that I mentioned, we got to get this Tina to the show, to the Toronto Musicians Hub show. Unfortunately,
Where's Tina?
well, there's a lot of things, but she's very busy putting together this really big sort of gala event with a fashion show, live music, and a dinner and sit down. So I've been speaking to her, so we're going to be discussing that during the events guide. And then at 8:45, Toronto's Musicians Hub sponsored featured artist will be Natalie King. Obviously, I'm sure the artists in that Instagram chat's like, that's not the order you said it was going to happen. I know. I like to keep you all on your toes, keep things fresh, and sometimes I do too much planning and not enough doing. So we'll be discussing on that as well, and we'll be setting up for
Too much planning and not enough doing.
Yeah, I mean, you can use and you can have all of the great, like, this might happen or this might happen. You can't look at all of the potential problems when trying to do something, but sometimes it's often better just to courageously step forward into the unknown without knowing sort of some of the variables, like we have here with the morning show. You didn't know really what you were getting into. You could have looked at all of the possible things.
I really didn't.
No, you started to be like, why didn't I do a little bit more research on this man?
I like to plan sometimes last minute too, kind of like waking out of bed this morning. I was like, you know.
Honestly, you look very fresh every morning. I wouldn't have guessed that you just literally rolled sideways out of the bed. So, well done. I've been up for at least an hour and a half, and you already look better than me. But I haven't
3
had my
minutes
coffee.
today. Took me 3 minutes to get ready this time. Yeah.
That's
3 minutes and a
shocking.
half.
I've never known a woman to get ready so quickly.
Well, it's not every woman.
None of the women I've dated, their concept of time was utterly terrible. I'll be down soon. Well, what's soon?
Well, some of
That's
us
not-
just have it more natural, you know?
You woke up like this, did you?
I really did. Honest to God, I did.
Excellent. Well, that's always good. Anything interesting happened to you yesterday? Anything cool?
Oh, the
exciting?
Leafs won! Woo!
The Leafs won?
The Leafs won. Did you see that?
No, I did not. I don't. I tend not to pay attention to the sporting bits now until basically we get to the playoffs, like the cup. That's when I'll pay attention. But I'm a Winnipeg Jets fan deep down, so.
I never ever paid attention. Every time the sports used to come on, I just used to okay, all right, they're watching sports. I never complained. I'm just like, all right, they're watching sports, whatever. But my boyfriend introduced me to this whole world, and I'm just so into it. I'm like, oh my god, that was a good save.
No, that's awesome. Do you understand the soccer offside? Sorry, football, but the offside rule. Has anyone explained that to you yet?
No, I just see them pass the puck, and I see their skills, and I see how well they kind of circle around and pass it to the players, and I'm like, good game, good game.
Well played, well played. It boggles my mind, some of the people who can list all of the stats of all of the players for the last 30 years on a team. I'm like, how do you retain that information? And surely you'd be brilliant at anything you put your mind to if you weren't retaining these stats, right?
Yeah, and I remember some individuals back in the day in high school when there would be an assignment and you could pick a topic, and there would be some select people that would base their entire assignment on sports, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know nothing about sports, but okay.
Well, absolutely.
they know what they're doing.
No, they absolutely do. There's from my perspective, they get overly excited about telling me the stats, and I'm looking at them. I'm trying to feign interest because I care about the people who are in my life, but sometimes I'm surprised they haven't seen the slightly glazed expression over my eyes, and it would just be a case of, tell me now that I should be doing that. Okay, you can tell me all the stats that you want to tell me, but if you're expecting me to remember them, it's super unlikely. But you've got to have chills and leave star trails. This is 15 minutes of non-stop music, starting right now.
Living in a dream life, never wanna survive. Don't think I'm right, need you in me. I can't see my own life, please tell me what's on your mind. I tend to think of your eyes, give me chills up my spine. Don't think it's alright, look like this all the time. I won't really pay no mind, you give me chills up my spine. Why do you make me cry? When I lay here in my bed, I see you all the time. There's music in my head, I need to wake up and scream, but you never let me go, and I wanna be in your dreams. I can't see my own life, please tell me what's on your mind. I tend to think of your eyes, give me chills up my spine. Don't think it's alright, look like this all the time. I won't really pay no mind, you give me chills up my spine. You pick me up and pull me out again. You turn me on, I don't know where to begin. You're in my head again, I want you to stay. Walk in my brain, you'll see there's not much to say. I can't see my own life, please tell me what's on your mind. I tend to think of your eyes, give me chills up my spine. Don't think it's alright, look like this all the time. I won't really pay no mind, you give me chills up my spine. I can't see my own life, please tell me what's on your mind. I tend to think of your eyes, give me chills up my spine. Don't think it's alright, look like this all the time. I won't really pay no mind, you give me chills up my spine.
In the now, see the lights where the shadows dance, lost in their attempt, taking chance. Harbors like a thunder, echoes in the street, stopping the moment where our worlds meet. Electric whispers, secrets in the air, in the air. We're chasing dreams, no time to disappear. Dancing on the edge, where the winds blow. We are fearless, dreaming, letting our spirits go. In the city lights, when we never sleep, we are painting colors on the wall of our dreams. Dancing on the edge, where the winds blow. We are fearless, dreaming, letting our spirits go. In the city lights, when we never sleep, we are painting colors on the wall of our dreams. Paintings on the walls, language untold. In electric rhythm, we never fall. How we synchronize with the city pulse. This is chapter 1 of our love story muse. Electric whispers, secrets in the air, in the air. We're chasing dreams, no time to disappear. We're just living the night. Dancing on the edge, where the winds blow. We are fearless, dreaming, letting our spirits go. In the city lights, when we never sleep. We are painting colors on the wall of our dreams. Dancing on the edge, where the winds blow. We are fearless, dreaming, letting our spirits go. In the city lights, when we never sleep. We are painting colors on the wall of our dreams. Hearts racing, hearts breaking, shadows lightning, love exploding. Hearts racing, hearts breaking, shadows lightning, love exploding. Dancing on the edge, where the winds blow. We are fearless dreamers, letting our spirits go.
I don't know what we are doing, but we seem to be having some fun. But lately I'm wondering about us, like what lies beyond the great sun. You could talk to me, 'cause I'd like to know what's in your mind. And you gotta let me see if I'm gonna stay along for the ride. Tell me now, tell me here, tell me you'd like me to always be near. Yeah, tell me fast, tell me true, that you want me as much as I want you. Looking at you sitting next to me, your smile is telling me it's fine. But maybe I've been wrong about us, and I've missed all of the warning signs. Oh, I'd wish you'd open up, so I'm not going in this blind. Oh, if you just explain what's really going on behind those eyes. Tell me now, tell me here, tell me you'd
worlds collide. Trails of stardust glowing in the night. Moon and sun dancing out of space. It's brilliant. Keep leaving star trails. Trails of stardust glowing in the night. Dancing out of space, it's brilliant. Dancing out of space, it's brilliant. Keep leaving star trails. Keep leaving star trails. Keep leaving star trails. Keep leaving star trails. One, two, three, yeah.
Summer sun making summer sweat. Sunflowers on your sundress. I'm aware that I'm the problem, but that doesn't solve the problem. And your heaven might be a hell. Am I insufferable? I can't tell. Feels like I'm making it a problem. Feels like I'm never gonna solve them. Sorry I'm late, I didn't wanna come. It's not that I hate you, I just hate everyone. I don't wanna socialize unless I'm getting numb. Sorry I'm late, I didn't wanna come. I'm only hearing every other word. Your life story's not of my concern. How about we talk about me now? How about you let me go free now? And the earth keeps spinning round, and I should have learned by now that I was never at the center. But fuck that, I won't surrender. Sorry I'm late, I didn't wanna come. It's not that I hate you, I just hate everyone. I don't wanna socialize unless I'm getting numb. Sorry I'm late, I didn't wanna just hate everyone.
For good news.
Good news.
Yes, good
What's
news.
the good news?
You know what? For the life
What
of
you
me,
got?
I told you off air what the good news was, and now, what was I gonna? What was it? What was the good news, Francesca? Do you have any good news for me?
I don't remember you telling me.
Well, we're both doing incredibly well. Good news, we've both lost our memories. I'm sure it was. What was he related to? Well, that's new. This is why we should write things down. Technology is doing this to our brains. If I'd just written it down on a piece of paper in front of me, it's like my mother said. She's like, well, you haven't got the microphones on. You should put a post-it. No, she's like, you should put a
You know
post-it
what's
note.
funny? I'm the kind of person that I actually wait. Okay, unless I'm going to a lecture for university, I'll take serious notes, like verbatim, like exactly what I hear. But like, depending on like the nature of like what I'm studying for, it's kind of like I'll let what soak in what needs to, and then I'll figure out like, because information changes. Information, like, you take a different perspective depending on what is being heard, and it's just like some information resonates more with you than others. So I don't try to like write or think or remember every single little thing. I just like whatever needs to be remembered is remembered, and yeah.
Well, apparently, good news was not needed to be remembered by either of us today. Oh, yes. No.
Even
Maybe.
one, that was the good news.
Maybe that wasn't. Maybe the good news is there is no news today. That is always a possibility. We can do what we want. It's our show,
The
right?
good news is that I'm here, and yeah, that
You're
was,
here and you've been here
that's the good news.
every day, consistently now for over
I
a
know, I'm
month.
surprised.
Excellent. You're even, and the great thing is you're here even when I'm not. You're like, where are you? I'm like, I've got no power. I've got no
I know.
internet. I've got a bag
I
full
know,
of
we gotta talk about
excuses,
this
but.
after.
Speaking of which, the good news is I have done some work on the website and I'm testing it out right now, and it is streaming live from unity314.com, and I'm hoping by the end of the show I will have the little chat window that people can use who aren't within
I love
YouTube and Instagram and things like that. The only thing
That's
you'll
good
need,
news, yeah.
yeah, the only thing you will probably need is an email address. We don't want to take your data. We're not interested in like spamming you with stuff, but to stop the spammers coming in, you do need to obviously be a real person. And if you've got the internet, you've probably got an email address. We will not be keeping any of that data for any relevance, and you can check a little box that says, no, I don't want the newsletter. Oh, that was it. Yes. Haha. There is a newsletter coming. Probably
Ooh.
once a month, which will contain everything.
Once a month?
Once a month, yeah, once a month for now. We'll see how it goes. Let's not
Yeah.
overladen
Yeah,
my
people don't want to
my
be annoyed,
workload.
yeah.
Yeah, and the idea behind that is trying to figure out ways to not spam people, but be able to spam people at the same time. So I'm looking at a WhatsApp group where people can come join. during the
Gizmos
show
up for
and
you
things.
guys, watch out.
Yeah, I'm looking for your data. And yes, always do change your passwords every now and then, because I was mentioning the monetization that Facebook's deciding that I'm eligible for on one of my profiles, which is great. And this will lead into our conversation.
Now you remember
at
the
8.
good news. Okay, keep going.
So the good news is I'm glad it did that, because I checked my account information. It said, oh, you will want to check where these payments are going. And for what I can't figure out is on my personal profile information, the original owner, not the original founder with me of the CCAN, somehow like had their like home address in this area, like their name, their email, their phone number. I'm like, that's peculiar. That shouldn't happen. So I'm not sure why that happened, but I'm glad Facebook decided to send me a notification that led me to this. So yeah, I've been changing all my passwords, doing all of these things.
So the good news is you got hacked? Like what?
The good news is if I because they've only just sent me a message going, "Oh, you're eligible to monetize in certain areas." So the good news is, I found that the payments wouldn't have been going to me, and managed to change it before sort of any payments came along. That's the good news, being on top of things. But yeah, do be careful. Once in a while, it's always good to go into these apps and just log yourself out and use the option where it says log out of all devices, just to make sure, because in these day and ages, you've no idea if someone's managed to gain access to your stuff. On the most part, people aren't posting stuff on your wall, but they're certainly going to be able to see all of the sort of detailed information. So for me, running Facebook ads, there is information that's sort of sensitive that I don't want other people seeing. So got to check that as well later today. So yeah, the good news is I haven't lost any money, and I've resolved a crisis that nobody knew about or cared about until now. Probably don't either.
With the size of our memory here, just try to figure out how to keep track of all your passwords, because if you're going to sign out of all these different tabs, I mean, I remember back in the day when you could just come up with one word, and it was probably like the name of your dog, and that was your password.
Oh yeah, and then you had to add a capital letter, and then like a special character, and all of these fancy things. It's interesting you
And
say
then
that.
that's when I started writing things down. I was like, okay, hold on. Can't remember all this.
This is too much. But it's interesting you say that, because people always say, well, no, don't write your passwords down in a book, because if someone breaks into your house, they'll steal the passwords. I'm pretty sure most people who are breaking into the house to steal your stuff aren't intelligent enough to realize this and are nicking your TV instead. Because who honestly, if you're going to break into a house, a random book that you don't know exists, or a flat screen plasma TV, you're going to take the TV, right? You're not even going to assume that
Right.
someone's written their passwords down. So that's what I've started doing. I've started writing down my passwords.
For those that
in
are
the book.
desperate to steal a TV, I mean,
Come steal my TV,
go
but
get a
don't nick
job.
my
I don't know
passwords.
what to
Yeah,
tell
right.
you.
And actually, Sony are doing some
It's
pretty
like,
good deals
You
on
can
TVs.
take the money, but like, what is that gonna do for you? How long is that gonna last? For all those scammers out there, I swear to God, don't get me started.
Send them Gizmo's way. Gizmo loves causing them absolute grief. Actually, there was one time I went on and on and on, going round in circles, and eventually the guy just messaged, "Look, bro, life's difficult. I'm sorry. Stop swearing. I'll stop doing this." He basically got so annoyed at me, basically leading him around in circles in his own scam, not getting anywhere. He got frustrated, broke character, and honestly, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
He broke character.
Yeah, he was pretending to be someone called Roma Wells. I don't know if you've seen her on Instagram, but she does nature facts, goes traveling. She has a new sort of company. Absolutely brilliant individual. Basically, the next David Attenborough, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, someone was pretending, and I didn't know who this person was. And someone was pretending, being like, I'm like, well, I know this is a scam. But I just let it play on and keep on going, to the point that the guy was like, I can't take this crazy English person's nonsense anymore. I just basically said, look, I'm sorry, I'll stop doing it. Yeah, so that's the thing. We'll touch on that as well at 8 o'clock for Reddit, Thread It, where I'm going to be asking you some questions today, Francesca, to see what
All right.
you do when it comes to your technology things, and seeing if we're on the same page there. But let's face it, unless you've had your details stolen, have you ever really lived? This is Elysium on TKL Mornings.
Have you ever walked the high pass, watched the northern lights flash, took a photograph on a Paris street? Have you ever climbed a tall tree, asked someone for mercy, gave something away that wasn't free? I don't wanna get a vision of you stuck in my head, because I know that you were meant to be wilder. Another night of television while you're lying in bed, it's only gonna be the death of you. Have you ever really lived? It's all yourself this once. Have you ever really lived? Have you ever used your hands to build something from scratch that wasn't even for you? When you hear the waves are crashing over Nazareth, man, don't you wanna see them? And I don't wanna get a vision of you stuck in my head, because I know that you were meant to be wilder. Another night of television while you're stuck in your head. Is that really how it's gonna be? Have you ever really lived? You talk a big game, but it's just a matter of time. Have you ever really lived? All on the clock here. And I'm playing good eye, you're gonna. So for once in your life, try to deeper water, feel the full of whatever is out there. And ask yourself this once: have you ever really lived?
This is TKR Mornings streaming live from Toronto.
Do you remember summer 14 when we tried to be everything? Do you remember all of the things we promised to each other? I thought this was it. I'm done with looking. I found who I want, but you weren't the one. I thought this was it. I'm done with looking. I found who I want, but you weren't the one. How can I trust my judgment when my heart's in the pavement, screaming, please, please love me, love me? How do I go on from here when all I want is you near? Baby, please, please love me. Looking. Do you remember summer 14 when we tried to be everything? Do you remember all of the things we promised to each other? I thought this was it. I'm done with looking. I found who I want, but you weren't the one. I thought this was it. I'm done with looking. I found who I want, but you weren't the one. How can I trust my judgment when my heart's in the pavement, screaming, please, please love me, love me? How do I go on from here when all I want is you near? Baby, please, please love me.
Time now for your event guide, brought to you by Hot Ink. That's, you can find her on Instagram, social media at Hot, the number 1 NK, and soon you'll be able to book some delicious tattoos. Yeah, sure, why not? Delicious tattoos are the way to go. And with,
I love that name. Like, I don't know how the significance, like how she came up with that. I mean, like, it's kind of like a license plate the way it's spelled, right?
Yeah, it's decent there. I like it. Yeah, and I've never actually asked her where the idea of hot ink came from. I will have to do that later today and report back to you. A couple of events on Saturday. King Moses is going to be playing at UNSC Club. Doors open at 10 p.m. and tickets are $5. And also at this weekend, we have Natalie King performing with Lubov K at the supermarket. Tickets are around $15. You can get those online if you go to the link in their bio, which is a very simple thing to do. Just click and boom, done. Tickets. That is Sunday the 24th. Now, onto the bigger event in the listings, and it's coming up.
Ooh.
It's the 29th.
There's another event?
Yeah, well, this goes back to what I was saying about Tina, who unfortunately couldn't make it out to the Toronto Musicians Hub. She has
yes,
her
yes.
own event coming in, and I'll explain. Basically, she moved from the Ukraine about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and connected originally on there. And we were looking to basically collaborate. She just moved from there. Obviously, we all know what's going on. And I'm like, look, I'm okay for Time for Prince. Let's do a collaboration. You're new here. I'll help you out, show you around. Just do sort of the nice thing. Well, that never really happened. And then we both went our separate ways, living our lives, doing our things. And weirdly enough, from doing TKR, I guess we reappeared in her feed. And she reached out, and we got talking again. And now here we are. And she was telling me about a new event that she has on the 29th of November from 7 p.m. till 11:30 out in Oakville. It looks absolutely amazing. It's called a Midnight Glam Gala. Join us on November 29th at Karaai Point, Oakville, for an unforgettable night of elegance. It's a black dress code, so really sort of high-end, looking good. I'll actually have to make sure I can find my tie and the right coloured suit, I guess. Doors are open at 7. There is a fashion show at 7:30. 8:15, the gourmet buffet opens. 9 o'clock, you've got the live music. Then there's a whole networking hour. And then at 11 p.m., the whole night wraps up. This is an exclusive gala, supports Ukrainian children with cancer, providing Christmas gifts and vital medicines for those impacted by the war. So, obviously, coming from there, close to her heart there, she's put a lot of work and effort into it. And so I said, well, yeah, we'll happily give it a mention, get some more people to get tickets. It's all obviously been paid for by her company, and now it's the case of getting people down for the gala fashion show dinner. I'm certainly going to go to this one for sure.
Sounds very impressive.
It does, absolutely. Tickets.
You got me at dinner, I'm joking.
Excellent, that's good. And buffet dinners are my favourite. There are 2 types of tickets available. And the prices range from $107 all the way up to $200. But obviously this is, they have very, very important person tickets for $193. So remember, this is a charity function. You're getting fed, you're getting live music, you're getting a fashion show, you get a chance to network with all of these people. That is a bargain of an event, and obviously being out in Oakville, it's going to be classy and hoity-toity, right? So that is coming up. If you go to Royal, I wrote it down because it's important, royalmediagroup.ca, and if you go from there, you can get to her website, and there is more information on her company, what she's doing, and obviously a link to social media, and of course the event that she is hosting. So that is next Friday, the 29th of November, for Midnight Glam Gala.
Wow.
Yeah, how could we not want to go to that? We're going to that, right? Yeah? Or I'm going to do one of those things where I force you in public to say yes, and then you can't escape moments before the event. Go,
I don't know yet. That's a whole week away. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner today.
Well, if you don't know what you're doing, you're clearly not doing anything, so therefore book this in as the thing that you're doing. Problem solved. Then you know what you're doing. See what I did there? It's quite clever, right?
Yeah.
I'm quite good at
So clever, yeah.
I'm persistent at the very least. That's absolutely for sure. But the one thing we won't do is make a scene, unlike Alec. This is TKR Mornings, and that was your event guide. You know you want to come to this event, right? You totally do.
I'm sure I do.
Hate all the ways that you push me away and you cry 'cause I started to change. I hate all the times that you push me aside. Promises have to die. Don't try and talk to me. I got animosity. Don't tell me that you can't really change. I know what it's like to shift in motion. I still can't see where I'm going. And don't try and stop me. I got animosity. Is this your tale of woe? You pull yourself together knowing I can make it better, but I won't. If I could let this go, I'd be the bigger person, but I like it when you're hurting. Is that too heinous of me? My heart is going faster, watch this turn into disaster. Now I'm free. Feel like eventually we could all agree. Yeah, they're so not meant to be. Hate
push me aside. Promises have to die. Don't try and talk to me. I got animosity. Don't tell me that you can really change. I know what it's like to shift in motion. I still can't see where I'm going. And don't try and stop me. I got animosity. Is this the feeling of satisfaction? I do it all just to get a reaction. Don't try and talk to me. I got animosity. Don't tell me that you can really change. I know what it's like to shift in motion. I still can't see where I'm going. I got animosity. I got animosity.
Well, I hate the way you look at me. Your sympathy shows through your aura. And it's not that I'm ungrateful. I only wanna give you more. All our plans going slowly down the tubes. I swear it's not easy living here right now. I'm reaching out across an open sky. I'm waiting for the day we fly. I'm reaching out across an open sky. I'm tired of waiting for the day we fly. Always sex and attitude and not what I promised you. And I wanna make this sacrifice. I wanna chase that perfect life, I swear. But nothing's gone the way that we planned. It's not easy living here right now. I'm reaching out across an open sky. I'm waiting for the day we fly. I'm reaching out across an open sky. I'm tired of waiting for the day we fly. They're slipping through my fingers like sand. No, I do the best I can, but it's not easy living here right now. I'm reaching out across an open sky. I'm waiting for the day we fly. I'm reaching out across an open sky. I'm tired of waiting for the day we fly. I'm reaching out across an open sky. I'm waiting for the day we fly. Sick and tired of waiting. No more anticipating. It's not the way it's supposed to be. Let's fly.
This is TKR Mornings streaming live from Toronto.
time now for Read It, Reddit, Thread It. It's Technology Thursdays. You're looking very comfortable there, Francesca. Very
I
relaxed.
get comfortable.
You're
I
comfortable.
don't like to be too. I don't know what's the word.
Uptight, stiff, tense.
Yeah, I mean like
Looking like a
you
race car
know,
driver, strapped in,
be
ready to
yourself.
go.
Be yourself. Be comfortable. I'm here for 2 hours.
Yes, but all of a sudden, it took an hour plus, 5 weeks of doing this for you to finally decide, I can lean back and be comfortable in my chair and still do it. If Francesca's finally come out of her shell, she's like, right, I don't care anymore. I'm going to sit like this and it'll all be just fine. So, as you seem to be sitting comfortably, I will begin.
What about my feet up?
If it's your house, your desk, just make sure you take your shoes off if you're putting your feet up on the table. So, looking at technology and music distribution and where's the money coming from? Where is the money going to? Now,
I don't know. I'm still waiting for it.
well, so am I, because interestingly enough. And I just found this out right now, trying to find more information to give a better sort of description of how it works. So, it's not my personal page that's actually eligible for monetization, even though it says it is. It's actually the Unity 314 Facebook page. Now, one of the live videos that we shared obviously has everyone's music in it, and obviously made it very clear that we're not monetizing off other people's music. That's not the point. If we want to monetize, we'll chop up this part, like Read It, Reddit, Thread It, and we'll release that independently of and make the money that way if that is one of the things we choose to do. And it listed all of the artists in the show, like Lebovke, Alec, you name it, Liam Pearson, you name it, they were there, and that's fine. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, Facebook is telling me that I'm monetizing off this video. I didn't know I could. That's great. Current balance is $0, so I'm not sure what the metrics are there and how it's generating it. But I was like, okay, well, if it says that these are the copyrighted songs, these songs belong to XYZ. So I clicked through, and none of these people's names actually show up. What does show up are the multiple companies that are the distributors of these people's music. So, for example, DistroKid, which is a difficult thing to say, they're monetizing off the video I made because someone paid them to put their music up into streams and to be found.
I've had stuff like that happen to me too. Yeah.
Yeah, but my question is like, well, I'm barely making anything. Well, the balance is $0, right? So how much money do I then make? And if the ad revenue is being shared with, say, for example, DistroKid or one of these other ones, there's about 10 or 15 different things. How much of that money then actually gets to the artist, right? Like, are the artists seeing as much money as they could be by utilizing these distributors? And I'm not picking on DistroKid or Apple Music like as they're bad, but I was looking at Spotify and Spotify for creators and for artists. As far as it can turn out, you can distribute your own music if you know how to use Spotify from a computer to upload. And it's very simple, and then that way you're getting the streams, you fully own the rights, so if it's played anywhere, you would be the one getting that sort of the copyright, and it would be tracked, and you would then get it. So my question is, are the artists giving too much to other people to get their music heard when there are simpler solutions? What do you think?
I think I really heard of a lot of these other platforms that you can put your music from. I've seen it happen to myself where like they'll use my business name and stuff, and they'll put it on other websites and they'll promote it. Maybe they're getting some kind of website ad revenue or something from making content of their own, like, oh, top 20 websites for tutoring or whatever, and then your name pops up and it's like, okay, I'm not mad about it. But like But at the same time, like even Spotify, like Spotify is a great platform, but like they steal a lot of your money too.
Well, we'll have to test this out because this all ties into the Phoenix Project album coming up soon. We're going to be dropping the music. So the piece of music that starts this this segment, Read It, Read It, Thread It, it's actually a 3-minute song, which will be going up live to Spotify sometime very soon for you all to hear, because we're going to start testing these things. We're going to be like, okay, well, here's the song here. What happens if we then do it our way, and then versus, say, testing out some of these apps that I've sort of brazenly said, no, they're rubbish, you're all doing it wrong, listen to me because I'm a genius. The facts still apply of what I just said, but it's worth being fair and testing it out, right?
Yeah, you can definitely test it out. I mean, one thing I've learned is that you can definitely test it out and give it a try on your own for your own feel, but if you know anybody who's already used the platform, you can definitely save yourself a lot of time. Find people who've already done it and made the mistake for you, because they don't want you to make the same mistake that they have. So
okay, well, no, that's very sensible. Anybody out there listening who you've monumentally cocked everything up, please let me know not what to do, and that will save me to time, according to Francesca. I like it. That's a good idea. Let somebody else fall flat on their face first, and then step around the hole, right? Not a bad idea.
yeah,
Okay, dokie.
you
Right.
should definitely sit more comfy. You look a little uptight.
See, you're the second person to say, oh, you're leaning in really forward, like your shoulders are something. Yes, I am, because eventually I will be standing. But I have a list of 6 things, and it's written down. But these things take an incredible amount of time, and I've ordered the sort of me sitting versus standing at the very bottom of my 6 things to do. The important thing is making sure the website works, making sure that we can get the Phoenix Project album sorted, get that out, and more to come about Takar and the fact that Christmas is coming up. But you know what I'm going to do right now, even though it looks like I don't have to? I'm going to drag you down with me with the baby goats. This is TKR Mornings. I'm Gizmo, that's Francesca.
Baby goats.
Tracking you down with some baby goats.
It's not part of the race. It's not where you end up, or how fast you fly, or if you're going slowly. Walk the miles in both directions. You ready to go? Don't fool yourself. It's the same old connection. Kick and scream, jump on the table, give me love stand. Why you looking at me? No fair. You said I don't know how to know. I know if you're coming, I won't let go. If you're upside down,
drag you down with me, the baby goats. This is TKR Mornings. I'm Gizmo, that's Francesca, and we're discussing technological stuff and finances, stuff being a very technical term. Oh, I see you're sitting up and ready to pay attention now.
I have to sit up for this one.
You have to sit up while you watch my brain do the motions and the things. So my question for you is, you do art and you do a bit into relation to financials. Is artistry really, ultimately, unless you're super lucky, a viable career job? Like, or should it be? Is it the case of you really should have something else going on, and this sort of be a sort of a hobby that makes money? What do you say? Or is the key thing to, if you really want to make money from your artistry?
You know what's funny is I actually do have a lot of conversations with these like individuals, like when I am on a call with my finance business and there's people that want to work with us and stuff. Like I really do like having real conversations, like, and that's why I kind of like am more laid back. Like I was obviously chilling like really back here, just, you know, obviously whatever, but like even on the calls, like, you know, you would think that I'm gonna wear a suit and tie, whatever, just giving you a kind of stereotypic, you know, tone of what I mean by that. Obviously I'm a girl, I'm not gonna wear that, but like, yeah, I'll wear sweaters on the call, and my kind of attitude is like, listen, like I take what I do very serious, like don't take it twisted because I'm wearing a sweater and this and that, but like it's the nature that I like to give off, is that I like to be really real with people. Like, it's important to be presentable, it's important to be professional and all of that, but at the same time, like having those conversations where it's like, listen, like, do you like need to have a job, or do you want to have a job full time? Like, do you want a 9 to 5? Like, obviously everyone needs to make an income and survive and pay their bills and stuff like that, but like, depending on your situation, like how important is that to you? Like, if you're living at home and you're like in your early 20s, like, you have the opportunity to take the risk. Like, you can definitely go out and do exactly what everyone else is doing and follow the same path, but like, you kind of know where that already gets you, right? Like, people struggle to try to climb the corporate ladder for years and years and years, and they have to lick the boss's arse in order to get there, right? But when you work for yourself, you have a little bit more choice in terms of how you want that to be. And I feel like you can always go back. Like, I feel like even if it is something that you realize is not for you, or you don't enjoy, or you don't get the outcome that you're expected to within a certain period of time, like let's say you have a kid unexpectedly or whatever, and then it's like, okay, I need to have a job to pay the bills. Like, you can always go back to a job, but you can never take back the time to like conquer your goals, right? And to go after your dreams. So if you have that opportunity, I would say go for it, because you can always go back to a job, like any point in time. I was at that point as well, where it's like, I could keep doing this. This is great money. I'm like, whatever, but like, could I really do this for the next 50 years? Like, is this really it? And it's like, you kind of answer that question where it's like, nah, like I could do this, but like, nah, I'm not gonna do this for the rest of my life. Hell with that. I'd rather work for myself and like whatever and have fun, right?
You'd rather do this for free for the next 50 years of your life.
Absolutely not.
The cool thing is, with context and editing, I can get rid of the not. Problem solved.
I know you thought I was gonna say absolutely, yeah, no. I'm still waiting for my paycheck. We gotta talk after.
Well, absolutely, and yes, but you must remain in employment while you wait for that paycheck to arrive. It's sort of like prorated, post-dated, signed.
Yeah,
into
no,
the
I work
future.
for myself. I have my own.
It's a
I work in the finances, so you know, definitely not relying on that, but you know, that's what happens when you take a risk, right? If you cut your losses, you say, you know what, like, I'm going to take the chance while I can, because even at worst case scenario, absolute worst case scenario, like, I wouldn't even let myself happen, because I'm going to work hard to make sure that I can succeed. But like, at the absolute worst case, if it's like, oh, in my 30s, I'm going to just go work a normal job, it's like, who cares? Like, you know what I mean? So, I guess in the nutshell, it's like, I don't even have kids, but it's like, I want to leave a message to them where it's like, go after what what your desires are, go after what your dreams are. And they're not even born, like I don't even have kids, but it's like, what would I want to tell them? What example would I want to show to them? Would I want them to work a 9 to 5? Heck no, right? Like, I mean, like, if they want to, hey, like, if they want to, but like, there's more to life, and like, you have to be happy with the thing that you're doing, because there's people that make great money in their jobs, but there's a lot of people that just don't, and they're willing to leave their job if they don't get a certain raise, etc., etc. Like, if you don't treat your employees well, they're willing to switch jobs in a second if you can give them even a 10% raise, because nowadays inflation is through the roof. So it really depends on how you look at it. I know I have a complex way of answering your questions, but
You
I hope that helps.
certainly do. But it opens up the doors to take this conversation in multiple directions, which is great. And I can think of many. But I think the one key thing that I would focus at is something that's slightly unrelated to the topic, but sort of very relevant. You were saying how you don't have kids, obviously, but what you would want them to do, sort of whatever they wanted to do to sort of achieve their dream. And my question is that necessarily? Obviously, you don't want to stifle what people do in their lives, and you want them to do the things that make them happy. But do you not think that that has actually, in today's society, caused this issue with the influencer and the monetization online? Everyone's trying to get sort of famous and rich and sort of do these things quickly, but no one wants to sort of go into the trades anymore. No one wants to sort of be a plumber or do all of these things, and everyone's, because it's, or be what you want to be, do what you want because it's important, because you have the freedom to do it. But well, if everybody's doing what they want, society's going to collapse, because there's nobody doing sort of kind of those jobs that are imperative to keep us sort of from collapsing, right? Do you think there's a sort of a happy medium between those two?
I think that you still have to kind of like make the choice, like, do you want to stay in corporate and have a consistent salary where someone is paying you, and if you're completely satisfied with that and you want to live that simple life and come home after and see your kids and spend time with your family, that's beautiful. I respect that. But there's also, you could also do the same type of jobs and work for yourself, right? Like, you can work as a construction laborer for a company, or you can make your own company, right? And it's like, what kind of life do you want? I'm sure you can both make great money in either one, but like, how far are you willing to go? What kind of risks are you willing to take? Because obviously, if you work for yourself, you may not be seeing an income in the beginning, but if you have a genuine, true passion for what you do, and you take pride in your art of cabinetry or woodwork or whatever it is that you do, like, I mean, I think that's amazing, because people will uplift you, and people will refer you to their friends and family. They say, hey, go to Mike and Contractors Inc., because they do such a good job with my home, and I think that they would do an amazing job with yours. Like, they take pride in what they do. So if you have that kind of intuition to love what you do, then start your own business, because you won't really worry too much about the money. I think you'll know that the money will just naturally come because you love what you do. And yeah,
that's a great answer. I appreciate that. And I think when it comes to sort of the business side of things, I think to a degree people do get put off, because starting a business and working for yourself there's a lot of paperwork, there's a lot of rules and regulations, there's a lot of things that you need to understand before you even get started. Then there's the whole fact that most startups and new companies don't make it to the 3-year mark, which is usually when you start to see income. And I'm not talking profit, you start to see something coming back. For example, this in a position to be funded to keep it going, to the point where now obviously Facebook's saying, oh, you can monetize, people are coming, oh, we want to sponsor, we want to partner. But if I wasn't in that position to follow this through continuously, it would have been very much the case of, well, I tried to follow my dream, but it didn't pan out. So do you think timing has anything to do with it, or it's just a case
I think
of...
that is a huge question though too. Like, how long did you give it a solid try? Like, Amazon wasn't profitable. I think they were actually losing millions of dollars in their first few years or decades, first decade of their company working. So I mean, like, if you believe in it, I think then you won't worry too much about the money. You just kind of go with what you do day by day, in and out. You shouldn't be thinking about the money when you're I'm sorry, but like, even especially if you're an artist, like, especially going back to your question, like, especially if you're an artist, I mean, the competition is high, the stakes are high. Like, you know, if you need to have a job on the side and you know, to pay your bills and do your art and stuff on the side, that's great. But if you feel like you have certain strategies or connections or whatever advantage that you have, and you feel like you could do it full time, and you're willing to hold yourself accountable, because that's the thing, people take the freedom of working for yourself a little bit the wrong way. They're like, oh, I'm working for myself, I don't have to work.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like, I still answer phone calls and stuff later in the evening and stuff. Like, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to work on Saturdays and Sundays, but I might also take a Tuesday night off, or I might go do my nails on a Thursday morning. Like, you can have your cake and eat it too, but you got to put in the work.
Nice. Okay, excellent. Sweet. You are a very enlightening individual. I enjoy these conversations in the morning.
Thank you.
Unexpected intelligence is always nice to come across. Especially
Unexpected, eh? Yeah, because I'm a woman. Is that what I'm joking?
you know what? For once in my life, I'm not just going to say the first thought that comes into my head, but I'm assuming it's got something to do with your vanity, and this is Queen of Vanity.
I knew a song was coming up. There we go.
You set me up well.
Nothing. You look like you might be scared of something. Call it confidence, I call it bluffing. Acrimony vibes, you've got it coming. Not for nothing. It's something shameless. Moving through the room just like you're famous. Bruised egos in your wake, and yet you're blameless. Girl, that attitude is so outrageous, so off basis. And it ain't that hard to see. You're off key, dancing, but you're somewhere off the beat. So mean, but she makes it look easy. Make way for the queen of vanity. She's the queen of vanity. Your hubris is ruthless. So seeds, but girl, is it fruitless? You lead with your ego. Mosquito. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fakest of them all? It's you. Well, it's you. And it ain't that hard to see. You're off key, dancing, but you're somewhere off the beat. So mean, but she makes it look easy. Make way for the queen of vanity. She's 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 the queen of vanity.
The Queen of Vanity, Lila Wild, which reminds me, I still owe her a phone call, so I will be doing that directly after the show. Got the first person to ever make a phone call to me via Instagram audio, and I didn't know what it was, so I missed the call entirely when it happened. But then things happened, then stuff happened, and yes, do remind me, Francesca, when we get off the show, to make that phone call. Get that sorted out. Try and answer everybody in a reasonable time length, on the most part.
Sure.
But you were
Would you like anything else?
yes, I'll have 2 eggs sunny side up, some bacon, hash browns, and some rye toast, please.
All right,
Off
come
you
right
go.
up.
After the kitchen. After the kitchen you go, madam. Right. We were talking about the. You said something really interesting. It was so interesting I've forgotten it. But your answer was basically segued into the following, which is sort of the cost. It comes to, well, where are you getting your income from? Do you need to supplement? And it then comes down to all of these multitudes of different apps. Now, I've used various different apps, from artificial intelligence to regular ones like Adobe Premiere Pro, and been paying, quite frankly, an extortionate amount of money every single month to have access to these tools. Adobe Creative Suite for the whole shebang is, I think it's $84.99 plus tax. So near as makes no difference, like $100, and that's per month. And that gives me access to Photoshop, Lightroom, and all of these things. But it's I can only use it on my PC, and it's very like memory intensive, takes up a lot of space. And I'm looking into this new app for the cost of 1 month's Adobe subscription. The program is called CapCut, and it's on iPhone and Android. And for the $84, I get a full year subscription, and I can do 90% of the things that I could do on Adobe. So my question is, are we getting to caught up in perhaps brand names for some of these sort of creationist tools like Adobe? For me, partly, I think I've just been paying for. It's got to this point where I'm paying, say, I use Adobe products. I know how to use them. There are like career jobs out there that do require your extensive knowledge in these programs, so it's good to have that. But realistically, if I can do the things that I was doing on that on my phone for what is essentially a tenth of the cost, does it make sense to evolve and change, or be like, no, stick to your guns and do these things and stick with something that you know, in the risk that perhaps this CapCut thing won't last forever, unlike Adobe that's been around forever? What do you think?
Is the CapCut like free, or how much is it?
There is a free version, but there is also you can get a monthly subscription. Right now, because it's Black Friday deals, it's basically giving you a full year's free. It's normally $154 to get the full year subscription. That gives you a discount. Right now it's only $84. So I'm like, well, I could get a year's worth of video editing app for the cost of what's costing me right now, the same amount, and I'm not able to use it portably. So do you think apps, smaller mobile apps, are the way forward when it comes to these sort of creationist things? It's very useful for the morning show, doing the feature artist videos. Take my videos, pop them in, boom, done, and it uploads them directly, whereas Adobe doesn't. So do you think it would be better off to go that direction, or not? Or stick with what I know?
Oh, so you've used the CapCut before, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I've been testing out the last couple of days, the free version, obviously.
And you're satisfied with it?
It works really, really well. I mean, it's very intuitive. It has the option of very simple drag and drop, but then you can go in and edit it further. And it didn't really need much of a tutorial. It was very quick, very easy, very done. Whereas doing clever things in Adobe is time-consuming and challenging, even with artificial intelligence. So it's a case of, but there's obviously a lag over. If I've paid for Adobe subscription already for this month, but this deal that they're offering lasts for a short period of time. So do I then end up paying more for 1 month to save down the line? And this is sort of a lot of the questions that come into play when looking for a distributor, like musicians looking for that. So like, well, how much am I paying now for it, or versus how much will I pay over the long run? Do you think you're better off paying for some of these tools outright, or paying the subscription fee, the pay to use?
So sorry, how much, just to clarify, how much is the CapCut fee?
It is, with their deal right now, for a full year, $84.99.
Okay, and then how much is the Adobe?
Per month is basically near as makes no difference, the same. About 86.
$84 for the whole year?
No, Adobe is $84 a month.
Okay.
And that gives me Photoshop, Final Cut Pro, Lightroom, Illustrator.
Well, just from your energy, like just the way you're talking about it, like putting prices aside, I mean, like obviously price matters, but like you seem to naturally like the CapCut better anyway. And unless you want to do a side-by-side comparison and try both, if you're comfortable to do that for a little while, I mean, you decide kind of like what do you want to do. You could spend the 1 month and do the Adobe, and you can give the $84 a month for the year of the CapCut. But if you're satisfied with the CapCut, obviously do whatever works for you. If it fix it, don't broke, whatever the fucking phrase is.
Hey, it ain't
I
fixed.
said it like that on purpose because that's gonna be my new line.
Get that on a t-shirt for you. That's interesting how you've picked up on how I was describing it and my tone as well. So maybe perhaps I venture into somewhere new and changing. Who knows? It could be interesting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that a song segue?
It is just about. I was going to say, is there something on the horizon, Mr. Morning? Yeah, my new app. Which absolutely shite. Unlike this song.
Too loud, but maybe it's time to be. 'Cause if I'm just something you drown out, what good does that do me? It's so easy to get lost in signals and sound waves, difficult to push them away. But I don't want to be known for giving up, so here's what I've got to say. I'm getting lost in the dark again, but I'm still chasing that sunrise and asking anyone listening, is there something on the horizon? Maybe you know, maybe you don't. Either way, just tell me. You can see a glimmer in the distance. I'll listen 'cause it's what I need right now, and the rest I can figure out. So I'll write a manifesto on manifesting better days, 'cause words seem to be the only thing that help me get away. It's so easy to go blind for bright screens and burning buildings, difficult to build something. But I don't want to be known for giving up, so I guess I gotta pipe up and sing. I'm getting lost in the dark again, but I'm still chasing that sunrise and asking anyone listening, if there's something on the horizon. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. Either way, just tell me. You can see a glimmer in the distance. I'll listen 'cause it's what I need right now, and the rest I can figure out. Everybody thinks they're gonna be the one to do it better, but I just don't think that's me. I'm just trying to be good like you, good like I need to be. Everybody thinks they're gonna be the one to do it better, but I just don't think that's me. I'm just trying to be good like you,
singing right now. Feeling kinda nervous, starting things not really like me. Got a boyfriend, says he likes me, guess I like him. But it's funny, cause I'm not big on relationships, I'm more down for the flirt. All my friends say it's a problem, nah, I'd just rather not get hurt. Cause I can't take my feelings and I can't trust my heart, so I never take my chances, cause I know I'll break apart. I hate the mushy shit and I tell it how it is and boom, I wish that I was kidding, but I'm not good at listening, so I don't want someone missing me. I'm so unpredictable, one day I'm irresistible, the next I hate myself, never good for someone else. So I try to stay away, don't want them dealing with my brain, but suddenly they got me folding, cause I only want him to hold me up. But I can't take my feelings and I can't trust my heart, so I never take my chances, cause I know I'll break apart. I hate the mushy shit and I tell it how it is and boom, I wish that I was kidding, but I'm not good at listening, so I don't want someone missing me. I hate the mushy shit and I tell it how it is and boom, I wish that I was kidding, but I'm not good at listening, so I don't want someone missing me. She's who she thinks everyone wants her to be, makes things up just to people please, things flashy brand to make her stand out. Little voices in her head only make her doubt. She wears showy things to get the boys' attention. Little does she know they'll keep her second guessing. Life of the party must be exhausting when you're the one everyone wants to be watching. Crazy days and fun nights, driving around like in that city light. La 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 la. You can say the more the merrier. Maybe one day you'll realize not having real ones is scarier. Not having real ones is scarier. You can do dumb things to show off, but don't come crying when you get dropped for the new hot chick of the week. Cause to them that's all you'll ever be, so push the good ones away, then expect them to stay.
This is TKR Mornings streaming live from Toronto.
Time now for TKR Spotlight Feature Artist of the Day, brought to you by Toronto Musicians Hub. Go check them out at Toronto Musicians Hub on social media. Absolutely phenomenal event that they did for us, or they, not personally us, but they put on last Friday at Level Up Studio. Personally for Gizmo. Gizmo wanted an event and they did it. So that's really cool. The song we just heard, Dakota Caden, Crazy Days, before we get into the feature artist, had a fascinating conversation with her. Because looking into the Phoenix project and looking to work with some independent artists, and the song before that was Claire Rosinansky, and I don't know anybody who'd come across. I mean, she's well listened to, but I knew no one who knew of her. And speaking with Dakota, I'm like, well, who would you say you've got a similar sound to, or someone that you'd listen to? And out of nowhere, she goes, "Oh, this Claire Rosin," and it was quite the surprise that someone had actually picked an artist like that in theory hasn't made it in Canada, quite big in the States. But I found that quite interesting. So yeah, that's why I played those two back to back. Similar sounding, right? That's for sure.
There's always someone giving you a little bit of inspiration, right?
Oh, absolutely. There is always somebody doing something with things, which is always pretty decent. But I guess we should really sort of get into the tune, should we not? Our feature artist of the day. Yesterday we had King Moses, and today we have Natalie King. And tomorrow we'll have a King of the Jungle. And you'll understand why I said that. Everyone's a king and a
queen.
Absolutely, and my dog is called the Duchess, so there's probably a reason for that there.
I like that name.
It's a good name. I like it. Yeah, I didn't actually.
The Duchess.
Yeah, she was actually called Duchess, and it was spelt incorrectly from the previous owner. And in the process of updating all of the dog information ownership, I decided to spell Duchess correctly, which is Duchess. There is no T in there. And then I decided, you know what? I had a cat called Sir Monty, and he was Sir Monty the Fourth.
Oh, here we go.
So I decided to put the word "the" in front of the dog's name.
Sir Wince-a-lot. Like, are you one of those people? Fluffy.
No, nothing ridiculous. No, my
Mittens.
No. My animals clearly have ridiculous names. I mean, it's kind of funny when people.
I'm thinking of that cat from the movie Meet the Fockers.
Oh yes.
Forgot its name.
Oh. That just makes me think of Robert De Niro.
It's a name though. There's a name. It's a name though. Oh,
Mr. Whiskers. Whiskers or something.
Whiskers?
Oh no, you're right. He does have a particular thing. All I can now think of is that bit when they're in the dining room and Robert De Niro turns to Ben Stiller and goes, "I've got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?" And I just thought that was one of the most ridiculous lines in that movie. Anyway,
all I can think of is the ashes on the floor of the carpet.
Just non-stop. I do like a little bit of sort of that slapstick. You can kind of see where it's going, but it's still funny. I do appreciate that sort of.
I can see that as being a real dinner. Like that probably does happen to some people on this planet.
What, dinners like that? What, sitting around?
Yeah, like
you mean sitting around a table?
He was meeting the dad at the dinner. Like that's how it used to be back in the day when you used to go meet the parents.
Oh yeah, no, I've been in that situation, meeting girlfriends' parents, go over, sit round the dinner table, and essentially be quizzed for about an hour and a half while I eat the food. It's a fair trade-off, I guess. Nowadays, yeah, we've all got very lazy, I think, so time to sort that out.
I'm glad. We don't need to ask any questions.
No, just make wild, emotionally charged assumptions, because that works out fine every single time. And usually what ends up happening is you hear some sirens. This is Natalie King on TKR Mornings.
Nice.
Sirens calling, angels falling. That's the world we live in, where everyone is sleeping. Sirens calling, houses burning. We got people running, what good ones are dying. But we think it's cool to give in, and we think it's cool. But we think it's cool to give in, and we think it's cool. Life is good and we are free. Oh, the irony. Life is good and we are free. It's never just you and me. Wandering souls, darkness cold. We don't need salvation, 'cause we want more temptation. Wandering souls, lonely moles, waiting to be something and turning into nothing. Hanging from the ceiling, caught up in the feeling. Hanging from the ceiling, had me not breathing. But we think it's cool to give in, and we think it's cool. But we think it's cool to give in, and we think it's cool. But we think it's cool to give in, and we think it's cool. But we think it's cool to give in, and we think it's cool. Life is good and we are free. Oh, the irony. Life is good and we are free. It's never just you and me. But we think it's cool to give in, and we think it's cool. But we think it's cool to give in, and we think it's cool. Ask if it's true, it's always been blue. All the boys make me cry. Kiss me and hold me and drive me wild, like this is the last time forever. No, no one else but you is as crazy as me. You got me confused. It's more than just a feeling. It's more than just a feeling right down. It's more than just a feeling. It's more than just a feeling right down. I spin in deep, nights without sleep. I'm running and running to you. Grab me and hold me and take me away to places you told me were better. Connecting together, putting all the parts together, aligning forever, for us to see the bigger picture. No, no one else but you is as crazy as me. You got me confused. It's more than just a feeling. It's more
Natalie King, a TKR Spotlight feature artist, sponsored by Toronto Musicians Hub. That was more, and this is Sucker for Love.
What is it?
The stuff that dreams are made of.
So happy till the day he left me. Don't know where to go. Lost my flow, my beauty. Love's what we ride for, what we die for. Love is the only thing we need. For all the broken hearts, the fallen ones, trusting believers, baby, for all till death do us part. The shadow promises the darkest secret. 'Cause I'm a sucker, sucker for love. Life's a broken, broken record, trapped in never-ending repeat. 'Cause I'm a sucker, sucker for love. Life's a broken, broken record, trapped in never-ending repeat. Jesus, shine your light on. In the dark, it's hard to move on. Blinded faith needs a guide to not fall in love at first sight. For all the broken hearts, the fallen ones, trusting, believe us, baby, for all till death do us part. The shadow promises the darkest secrets. 'Cause I'm a sucker, sucker for love. Life's a broken, broken record, trapped in never-ending repeat. 'Cause I'm a sucker, sucker for love. Life's a broken, broken record, trapped in never-ending repeat.
Natalie King, Sucker for Love, TKR Spotlight, feature artist of the day, sponsored by Toronto Musicians Hub. She is performing at Supermarket in Kensington Market on the 24th with Labov K. Get your tickets by going to their bio, clicking the link in bio bit. Doing that really doesn't take much.
It's been a while since I've been to Kensington Market.
I don't think I've ever been, honestly.
Oh, wow.
Do not believe that I have done that thing before. Who knows? Oh,
It's such a Toronto local thing to do.
Well, yeah. Well, then you'll have to come this Sunday to the show and show me around the Kensington Market. See, absolutely brilliant. And I just heard from Tina in relation to that the gala event. She's going to be coming on the show probably tomorrow, and she may or may not be bringing a musician with her. So this is all very exciting. This was a development that just happened just now. Good news.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, she'll come join us on the show tomorrow at some point. We'll figure it out.
Exciting.
Yeah, whoa, it's already 9 o'clock. What happened? You know what that means? It's time for...
No idea.
It's time for this brilliant piece of music.
We got the rhythm and the flow. Ooh, yeah! TKR mornings in the speakers, let that morning sunshine grow. Who needs FM when there's Francesca and Gizmo? Keep on rolling, rolling. Let that music play. Play it loud. Morning to the night, in my right, feet alright. Everything gonna be alright.
You are listening to CCAN Radio Live, playing your music and helping our community truly connect. Together, we kid.
Oh yes, it's 9 o'clock. That means it's time for the end of the show. And yes, Francesca, it is a bit cringy, but it's got our names in it. How cool! When was the last time you had a song that had your name in it? It was specifically for you.
Only on my birthday.
Fair enough. Now you've got a second one that you can hear every day of the week. Yay! Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us today for Technology Thursdays. Hope you learned something. I certainly did. Francesca, tomorrow's your day. It's Philosophy Fridays. You excited?
I love Fridays. I love philosophy. I love Fridays. I love psychology. I love.
Are you going to
Let's
be a
get
bit...
into it. Let's meet Tina. Let's meet this chick.
Absolutely. And so I guess tomorrow we might be just a little bit more neurologically spicy. Thanks so much for joining us. We are out for the day. You can catch up on all of the other shows at unity314.com or at TKR Mornings on social media. But until tomorrow at 7 a.m, sayonara.
Bye.
CCAN Radio.